That is interesting, isn't it?
Hello? Hello? Walter? Walter, it is I, the mayor.
Oh yes, good morning, Leonard. Come in, come in. I was doing some research on the first monthly knowledge night on air travel. Did you know that despite having 2 engines on either side of the aircraft, most airplanes can fly with the power of 1 engine in emergencies?
Oh dear, I did not know that. Well, that's what I actually came to talk to you about, Walter.
I'm just so enamored and excited to share facts I've learned about air travel with the community, and I can't wait to hear the facts. As soon as we set a date, I'm going to put a sign up in the library with a theme, so then people can do their own research for presentations.
Well, yes, you see, Walter, that's actually the thing. We don't have a date available.
Well, that's absolutely absurd, Leonard. Surely there's got to be 1 day in the entire month available.
Well, you can look at the schedule with me if you want. I wrote it down right here to be sure everything was in order.
I'm sure there has to be 1 night available.
Every night in November, we have the same reoccurring events, plus 1 wild card on Sundays, so I broke them down the week schedule to make things easier. The same week repeats itself every week in November, with the events of Sunday changing name, but not time.
Well, that makes sense. This is quite a nice schedule you have.
I find that having a written out schedule prevents me from forgetting anything that's coming up in the next coming weeks.
It's also color-coded.
Yes, well, the colors help you remember who's doing what and what each thing represents. You know, a different citizen and all.
Fascinating. Now, let's see. What about a Monday night?
Well, we can't do that, Walter. Mondays and Wednesdays are the hockey team, and they have practice, and that eliminates a large group of people who could participate.
Well, then what about Thursdays?
No, Melvin's play rehearsal is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and nearly the whole town is there, so if we put the monthly knowledge nights on those Thursdays or Tuesdays, we have about 4 people who show up.
I guess that leaves Friday.
Sorry, Walt. Janet has her after-school program every Friday, which means none of her kids can come. And if we plan it on Friday, then Saturday is a hockey game. And Sunday, we have different citizens performing each week for our cultural enrichment program.
Well, surely someone would be able to give up 1 night a month for fun and, learning.
I really don't know, Walter. We're getting down to the wire on the play, and there's a lot of big things coming up. People really need to practice rehearsal time.
Come on, Leonard. It wouldn't hurt just to ask around, would it?
Oh, I don't know.
Please.
Well,
for your old pal, Wally.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to do my business daily check-ins and ask them.
Splendid! Now hurry along, Leonard. I don't want to keep you from all the work you have to do this fine Friday. I'll see you later today for your business check-ins. Now go on. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Okay, well, you too, Walter. Goodbye.
Cut! Now what was that? Do any of you know your lines? We are less than a month out from the show, people. If we can't get our act together soon, I'm going to have to start cutting roles. Now, I know none of you want that. I know we're all working hard, but we just got to get this thing together. Do you hear me? Everyone take 5 and regroup. We'll start at the beginning of Act 2.
Melvin, I hope I'm not intruding anything.
No, not at all, sir. We were just taking a break. What gives me the pleasure of your visit on this fine day?
Oh, just normal weekly check-ins to make sure everything's running smoothly and all that.
Oh, well, everything is just running great over here, sir. A couple snacks here and there, but nothing I can't handle.
Really, that's wonderful. Well, in that case, I'm sure you wouldn't mind if we took away one of your rehearsals, Tuesday or Thursday night of this month, so that the town can attend a monthly knowledge night at the library?
Now, hold on, sir. I did not say that.
Yeah, but you said the show wasn't a great place. I'm sure you could spare just one night.
Just because things are moving onto schedule does not mean we're ahead of it. There is still a lot of work to be done, and I don't think I can spare a single rehearsal.
Not even one night of fun and learning at the library? Yeah?
No. I'd love to give the cast a break. Really, I would. But it's just not possible. Everyone is still struggling with the language, and as long as we're on stage, costumes and sets, they can be messed with. So that last hour and a half of rehearsal is spent building and painting. If anything, we could use a few extra rehearsal nights to polish.
Oh, well, if that's really the case, I guess we'll let Walter know, and we'll try to find another night. Maybe Aaron could spare a night, one of his team practices.
I wouldn't get your hopes up too much, sir.
Nevertheless, it never hurts to check. Alright, well, you have a good rest of your rehearsal, Mel.
Hey, Leonard. Are you picking up a to-go order, or are you dining in?
Neither today, Aaron. I just need a word with you.
Oh, no problem, Bob. Just give me 2 minutes. Hey, Mr. Hank, I'm taking 5. I gotta speak to the mayor.
All right, kid. Just be as quick as you can.
Okay, sorry about that. We're having a bit of a lunch rush right now, so I don't have super long.
Oh, well, I'll be fast then. I was just speaking with your Uncle Walter about his monthly knowledge nights that he's planning. Has he told you anything about that?
I think he might have, now that you mention it, but not in great detail.
Well, they're just going to be a bucket of hoots. The plan is, every month we'll have a little theme, and everybody research something within that theme, and then we'll present little presentations about your findings. Kind of sharing knowledge,
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It will be, and it'll be such a bonding experience for the town, and everyone will be able to learn some new information each month on things that you don't really want to cover in school.
Sir, is that all you want to talk to me about?
Oh, yes, well, sort of. Listen, your Uncle Walter wants to have these monthly knowledge nights, if you will, which I'm all for, and I think it's a brilliant idea, but they're just not fitting into the schedule the way it is right now.
Oh, well, how can I help with that?
The baked potatoes are ready to go off to the tables whenever you can grab them, Aaron.
Yeah, just a second, sir.
Well, you see, I know the hockey team has practice every Monday and Wednesday, and you guys are doing such a phenomenal job that with how you work so hard, and I know you whip those boys into shape when it comes to hockey.
Sir, I really am in a hurry. Some customers are waiting, so...
Oh, yes, well, your boys are doing an incredible job at hockey and doing such a wonderful job, but I was wondering if you could spare maybe just one night, maybe Monday or Wednesday, practice, just this month for a monthly knowledge night.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't. There's a really big game coming up, and we really can't afford to miss practice.
Maybe there's some other day to host Uncle Walter's knowledge nights? Not even one tiny little practice on a Monday night? You don't have a day that you're just using to filler drills or less important than dinner practices?
I really can't spare a practice. These guys are doing great, but if we don't practice down there to the wire, I'm afraid we'll get slaughtered in the next game.
Oh. Alright, well, I understand. If you could change your mind, please let me know. I wonder if Miss Janet could spare one night. Maybe after her school tutoring sessions on Fridays. Do you attend her sessions, Aaron? Do you think she has time?
I've got another order ready for you to go, Aaron.
Sir, I really have to go.
Oh, yeah, sorry for keeping you.
See you around, Mr. Mayor.
Wait! Can I get coffee, please? I'd really appreciate it. Good afternoon, Janet. You were looking just lovely today. Did you get a new feather cut? Is Elton offering a deal I didn't know about?
Oh, thank you, Mayor Leonard. I am flattered. No, I haven't done anything different.
Well then, you just look like a natural beauty today. Well, I'm just stopping by for my weekly check-ins to make sure everything is rolling along and doing great.
Oh, yes, well, classes are going great. The students seem perfectly on schedule, and with finals coming up, although we do worry a little bit about your twins' focus. They are starting to grasp the material, though.
Oh, well that's great. It's just wonderful. And, how are your, after-school program going?
Oh, great! The goal has been to really make learning fun, and the kids all seem to be having a fantastic time.
Well, speaking of making learning fun, Walter is offering a monthly knowledge night to the library where everyone can share some things they've learned.
Well, that does sound interesting.
Oh, it certainly is. The only problem is we can't seem to find a date. I couldn't help but wonder if you might not be able to spare one of your after-school nights, tutoring sessions, so we can get this monthly knowledge night on the table.
Impossible.
But now, Janet, there's really gotta be some...
Finals are just around the corner, and these kids really need the extra help.
But didn't you say your after-school learning program was about making learning fun?
The knowledge and education always comes first, and with finals coming up, they really need the extra tutoring, and in very specific subjects.
But certainly the monthly knowledge helps would help with that.
Each student has different subjects they're struggling with, and the time after school gives me a chance to tutor them in those very specific issues that they're having. A broad topic knowledge night wouldn't be able to cover all of your specific needs.
I suppose you're right, Janet. Well, this was my last chance to get Walter's monthly knowledge nights on the calendar before the end of the year.
I'm sure you can find some other night or work something out.
I tried everything I can. I think we'll just have to put on the schedule for next year. I don't know how I'm going to break the news to Walter. He'll be devastated.
I'm sure he'll understand, sir.
I certainly hope so. Walter! Walter! Are you here, Walter? It is I, the mayor, returning.
Yes, I'm in here. Just give me 1 minute, Leonard.
Okay, well, good evening, Walter. I forgot to inform you that... No, that's too informal. Yo, Big W, my main man! We got some problems, my friend, yo! No, that's too casual. Ah! Walter!
Yes?
Huh, oh, you certainly are fast, you know that?
Well, yes, I was just organizing some books, labeling an air travel section in the library for monthly knowledge nights. Have we found the date yet?
What about that?
Is something the matter, Leonard?
I failed you. I tried scheduling some things around. I really did. I asked everyone in town if they had something coming up. They all said they had major events, and they couldn't cancel anything, not for one night. One night in the entire month. Or the next month for that. I'm sorry. I tried really hard, and I promised you these monthly knowledge nights, but it looks like we won't get them till next year. Are you mad? Upset? But you're not angry, are you, Walter?
No. You did your best, Mayor Leonard, and that's all I could ask of you. Sometimes things just aren't meant to be.
Well, howdy ho, y'all. It's me, Melvin the Marvelous Moose Mailman. But I don't have any mail for you guys. Instead, I have an idea.
Well, good evening, Mel. How are you doing today?
Well, I was feeling a little down earlier today when I realized we might not have these monthly knowledge nights until next year. But then I had an epiphany.
What sort of epiphany are you talking about?
A brilliant epiphany. What would you say, with Walt being, if it's okay with you, and you, Mayor Leonard, if we were to have the first couple weeks of monthly knowledge nights, we're setting my rehearsals on Thursdays.
But don't you need him to work out any kinks in the show?
That's just it! The last hour and a half of rehearsals, everyone sits down and reads their scripts, so the crew can work on the set and costumes, but nobody's understanding what they're saying. Everyone's really struggling with language really bad. And there's only so much I can do with, the number of people on the show. But what if, instead of having a new theme a month, for the first couple of weeks, we have one thing, and that's Shakespeare?
You want me to host weekly knowledge nights about Shakespeare so that the cast can learn a little bit more about the background and history and dive into language as a team?
Exactly! I know it's not exactly what you planned, but it'll certainly do the trick until next year, and everyone's learning. It'll help my show get better, and it's a fun experience for everyone in the whole town to enjoy.
Well, I would be honored to host Shakespeare knowledge nights, if the mayor approves.
Well, yes, it's a wonderful idea. Melvin, of course I approve. I guess the saying is true. When one door closes, another one opens.
And I think I like the second door a bit better than the first. People are learning every week instead of a month. It'll be on a smaller scale, yes, but still, I've got to rearrange the library. Our Shakespeare section needs to have a historical background. Well, I guess a language translation station as well.